Je vous salue, timekeeper. May our cooperation be a pleasant one. You need not worry about my accommodations. Little more could I ask for but the peace and quiet of your suitcase. Back in Paris, when the rain fell heavy, I would oft take shelter in a cafe across the boulevard in Place Saint-Michel. There I passed hours writing to Agnes. Without fail, the clouds would part by the time I sealed the envelope. 'Twas as if God himself did urge me to cross the boulevard once again, to drop the letter in the mailbox. Will this war ever end? I am unsure. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man. Ambition, fortune, a new era. But the ends thereof are the ways of death. Yet, perhaps, a dawn shall break, and in its light we shall learn to hold peace in the palm of our hands. When that day comes, I shall return to Paris, open my little atelier de couture, and care for Agnes. And of course, you will always be a welcome visitor, timekeeper. It is not chaos on the battlefield that I dread, but silence. For it is in the hush that the mind wanders. When will the next shell hurtle down from the heavens? When will a bullet finally lodge itself in my skull? But this silence is different. In this, there is something truly peaceful. Something to be treasured.
Oui, je m'en souviens maintenant. Dans le bureau de grand-mère, nous étions assis à ce côté, écoutant ces lectures lentes de Pascal et d'Augustin. Agnès, je me rappelle encore le parfum de chocolat chaud dans ta tasse, mêlé de cannelle et de vanille.
Timekeeper, 'tis good to see you. No, worry not. You have made no disturbance. Perhaps it is your habit to surprise your guests in the morning. But pray, there is little need to tread so lightly. Your footsteps reached mine ears regardless, faint as they were. My fellow soldiers would oft say, treasure the morning dawn while you're still alive to see it. The thought of it haunted me, that one day I might walk through the shadowed valley of death into eternal darkness. But now, when I walk in the dark, I fear no evil.
Que ta présence me guide vers toi, et que ta lumière veille sur moi quand la nuit tombe.
Oh, timekeeper, would you join me in prayer? I pass my nights in many ways. Gun maintenance, prayer, meditation, or perhaps sketching a simple fashion design. It all depends on the mission we undertake on the morrow. Long ago, the Lord's light shone upon us, and we did shed the mark of the devil. Still, I yet wear this gargoyle accessory to remind myself of the impurity and weakness of my bloodline. There are others here who wield weapons akin to mine own. The officer and the Texan. I spake to them of their reasons for bearing such tools, and they told me, as I did them. Still, I pray that the day will come when not one of us need ever pull the trigger again. As the shackles weigh upon me, I can but hear Ladislas's prayers and feel Agnes's warmth. I accepted their bondage, that I may not stray from the righteous path. I need but a measuring tape, a pair of scissors, a pencil, and a sheet of paper to design a garment for any occasion. Be it cycling sportswear or a gown fit for a bal masqué. Though the war interrupted my pursuit of fashion, I never once thought to give it up. I'll return to it, one day. Those who devise iniquity and stoke the fires of war because it is in the power of their hand. They will find themselves within my sights. I'm grateful you are not among them. Timekeeper, I am grateful for your generosity, for you so freely offer up shelter. That being so, were a miracle to occur, and Agnes returned unto us, would you extend your generosity to her as well? The residents from various eras, the equipment and artifacts from the future. I think back to the day my aunt took me to the expo, 20 years ago. Civilization is more resilient than we think, pas vrai? I may never live to see a time free from war, but this place, it keeps a flicker of hope burning within me. On the battlefield, there is little difference between humans and arcanists. We are not but pawns to be moved by the commander across the board, or numbers printed in a newspaper. We can be anything but ourselves. By a blessing of the divine, gargoyles are born with sight that can discern good from evil. I, however, am not as gifted as my kin in this regard. So I rely upon careful observation to compensate for my shortcomings. Yet, in the end, it was not my eyes that guided me, but my conscience. In those critical moments, I did not hesitate to bear the burden of sin, for I knew the blood would be upon my hands. The battlefield is ever-changing, but I shall remain focused no matter what. Je prierai pour vous. Target locked down. My sight shall unveil the hidden. One for the sake of the many. Le destin d'une gargouille. A sure hit. Now is the time for repentance. I have seen to the heart of you. By God's grace.
Le glas funèbre sonne pour toi.
Don't waste your time. A worthy victory. But the fight is far from over. I have trudged through the depths of hell and returned.